I am back. What? Hello everyone, I am back with a new video. This time it is a craft kit. In the past couple videos, I had been painting random things, including rubber ducks and crayons. Yes, crayons. I'll link both of those below and in the iCard up in the corner. You guys actually voted on which craft kit you wanted to see. Ombre Macrame by Crayola won. I still have all these craft kits plus more to do in the future, so if you want to vote on the next one, which will be a few videos out, I want to do some more customization or other random things before then. Anyway, vote in the comment section below on which one of these looks the most fun. Today, I'm going to be, of course, unboxing and testing this kit, as well as kind of a mini review to let you guys know what I think of it and if it's worth purchasing. Now, without further ado, did I say redo? What is a redo? Raggy? Now, without further ado, let's open the kit. I don't know why I attempted to put a transition there when I just stayed in the same spot. Anyway, we are getting into the Crayola Signature Make Your Own Ombre Macrame Kit. That's the official name. It says it is a quick and easy craft, and it wants to make note that decorative items are not included. I mean, I'm pretty disappointed that this plant is not in the box, nor is this lamp or the couch. I'm sure that those would fit. People actually complain about the dumbest things. Gotta cover your ass. So this kit is non-toxic. It contains all these things. Where are my cute scissors? Oh, the oil spill scissors are all the way over there. I don't feel like getting up, so we're using my kindergarten scissors. Literally, these are from my kindergarten class when I was 5 years old. There's only 3 pieces of tape sealing this, so nothing ridiculous. I don't like when kits are oversealed, so that's a plus. Ready? The gloves fell. Whoa! These are the oddest shaped gloves. They're very roomy. Probably not NBA basketball player roomy, but probably a XL potential. Oh. Everything's falling. Here we have all the things we did until they fell. This kit contains 1 guide, aka the instruction sheet / manual, 12 cotton macrame cords, and I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this kit, I was really concerned that maybe this was photoshopped and they were just making the strings look better than they were. I thought I was going to open it up to really thin yarn, but that's not the case. It's actually a different type of string. It's a macrame cord. Oh, it doesn't smell the greatest. 1 wooden dowel. My shirt seems off center. 3 dual tip markers, so there are 6 different colors in here. Now the thing about these, so these are Crayola Signature dual tip. That's why they say tip, so they don't have to worry about end or ended. I actually did a video testing the blending markers a while back, so I'll link that. It's not like the greatest video, but it was interesting. So the thing about these, I'm surprised that, I think that was Goose. I'm kind of surprised that they included these markers. I know they're trying to, you know, incorporate their signature line, but with these, only one end is the brush tip, or like the larger tip, and then the other end is a very small tip. I wanted to get that off while I was talking. Anyway, so this is a very fine tip. So considering the size of the string and the fact that there are 12 strands hanging down, the fine tips are going to be a pain in the butt to color the color on, get the pigment out onto here. I mean, it won't be that bad, but I wish that they all would have been the brush tip ends, because there's a larger surface area with these, of course. So we'll see how that works out. That is, you know, one thing that I've noticed right off the bat, being a professional crafter and all. I mean, I guess I could say I'm a professional crafter, but I don't usually say that. I mean, technically I am, but that sounds so weird to say. I do like that they included 6 different colors. It is advertised as a cool colored kit on the front, and then on the back it does show some of the pink Thank you, phone, for interrupting me. And on the back, it does show some of the pink. These are just normal water-based markers. So if you don't want the macrame to be these colors, then you could use your own markers or dye or whatever to do it. But in the true essence of a kit, like, it's supposed to come with everything you need. So 2 cotton hanging strings, and these are a lot thinner than the macrame cord is. 1 pair of gloves, which I already showed. I think it'll be easy enough because there are oh, I already ripped it. There are step-by-step instructions here, and they are illustrated, so good. But tying knots is not my strong suit. I tried to do a macrame heart a long time ago, and that never made it to video form because it was so difficult for me. So I hope that I don't fail miserably at this. What are the ages? Are there ages? Usually the kit has ages right on the front. This one doesn't care how old you are. Well, 2-year-olds can be up in here. That's what I have. Oh my gosh, I should have turned my ringer off. This has been the unboxing portion, and it is all I have for you tonight. It is almost 10 p.m. I thought my phone was over there, which means I'm gonna be getting ready for bed. I will continue by creating the project probably tomorrow. Good night. So I'll be honest, it's currently the next week. I haven't washed my hair since the last time I filmed. Anyway, let's macra this May. And that was the dumbest thing, seriously. I am pretty excited to get started though. Look how little this dowel looks. These all have to fit across here. I'm a little bit concerned. The first step is to do a lark's head knot. You heard correctly, a lark's head. I will zoom in soon, but I just wanted to show you how long the string is, and this is it folded in half. So look at that. You want to fold it in half. So there's a loop at the top, or it's going to form a loop, but you know, it's folded at the top. And then you take the dowel and you're going to fold the loop over the dowel. So it's kind of like cat ears at this time. And then pull the 2 cords. So pull the 2 ends through the loop and tighten the knot. I am looking down at the instructions right now. Pull those through and down. Okay, now it looks like bunny ears. Tighten that, and we have the first lark's head knot complete. That did not take long at all, but you might have to readjust, or at least I will, to get the bottoms to be the same length, because one is a little bit shorter than the other, and we cannot have that. I don't want that. So I'm gonna try to show you a little bit more up close with the second one. I have the string folded in half, so here are the 2 ends. Drop it down, and it is looped in the middle here. Then take that, fold it down like so, and then you pull the strings through. Make sure they're all going the same direction, which mine are, and then I'm going to just repeat this same exact step for all the rest of the strings across the dowel. Oh, what fell? A duck fell. Duck down. So after doing the second knot, I realized that not all the strings are the same length. The second string that I put on is a lot longer than the first one, and by a lot I mean like an inch on each end. So I went ahead and put all the strings together just to see, and they are indeed mostly all different lengths. It doesn't say anything about putting them in specific spots on the dowel, but I am going to put the longer ones in the middle and the shorter ones on the sides, and I can move them if I need to, so it'll be really easy. Really quick and easy. I'm messing up so badly because I'm trying to rush. Slow and steady wins the race, or does the best macrame, I guess. That was really pitiful. Okay, got a third one. I'm gonna do one more for the heck of it, and then I'll come back with them all on there, all 12 of them. This one's going a lot quicker, by the way. Maybe I spoke too soon. Let's go, let's go. I did this one backwards. Oops, 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 oops. I'm glad this happened because I wanted to show you guys a mistake, but yeah, I put this one on backwards. And ta-da, now it matches all the others. Here is what it looks like after 12 of the lark's head knots are complete. A couple of observations. The wooden dowel isn't that sturdy for the weight of the strings. It's fine. It's not gonna break on you unless you're really rough with it, but it definitely could be a little bit thicker. So for comparison, This is a macrame heart that I purchased from Target a year or maybe 2 ago. I think it was last year, but I'm not positive. This obviously has a much wider dowel, and they actually drilled the hanger into the top of it, so it's really sturdy. It's kind of messed up a little. There we go. It just feels so much more stable when I'm holding it than when I'm holding this one. Also, the macrame cord, they are two completely different types, it seems like. So this one's more like braided or twisted, and this one is more like a shoestring twist, if that makes sense. So it's a lot more compact. They both have the fraying at the end, so I don't think necessarily that one is really better than the other, but it does look like this one's fraying more, so possibly this one would be a higher quality than this one. But it's not unwinding, so I guess it's decent. Before we move on, one more concern is it looks like it's gonna be a lot smaller than it is advertised on the box. Doesn't that just look like it's maybe like twice the size this one's going to be? I don't know, just like next to that couch or chair, it seems like it would be a lot bigger, like take up more space on the wall. And I don't think I can do the next steps in midair, but we'll see. I will do a close-up of this, don't worry. I want to see if I get it right on the first try, you know, how easy it actually is. I don't think you're going to be able to see this very well. Yeah, no, I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to kind of do it so you guys know that I am not struggling if I'm not struggling. Oh, I feel like I've done a knot like this before. Oh my gosh, is this a paracord knot? So this is a square knot. I would have to watch my own tutorial to relearn it. Does that look right? It looks a little bunched up. Okay, I might take it out and redo it just to make sure that I did it correctly. Oh, it looks good on this side. I'm gonna do the rest and I will return. This is not a tutorial video, guys. It's just a testing. Here I have finished the 6 knots of the first row, and I'm going to move on to the second row, which will have 5 knots. But before starting that one, or I mean during the process, I'm going to take the outer 2 on each side and put those just off to the side. So we're just going to work with the ones in the middle. And it does say to tape them down, but I think that I'm capable without the tape. Okay, all the knots from rows 1 through 6 are complete, and it looks like a triangle at this point. Now it does say that after these steps you can stop and just leave it as is, or you can continue with, and I quote, advanced technique, which is the half hitch spiral knot. And you all know that I am going to try that spiral knot because we are not underachievers here. Wait. How is that an advanced knot? That was just like tying a knot with 2 strings, except it's a loop. Oh my gosh, I don't get it. But yeah, this part's actually real easy. As you can see, all I'm doing is just pulling the outermost string on the left to a diagonal position over all the other strings, and then I am putting the next string over that, forming a loop, pulling through, and then I'm continuing with every single string on that half, and then I'm going to move on to the right side, take the outermost string and do the same exact thing, just flip-flopped and, you know, mirrored. Here's what it's looking like after the half hitch spiral knot. I have some words. Okay, so, you know, it's looking okay, but what is going on with all the lengths of the string? It is clearly showing that at this stage of coloring the strings, that the center strings are longer than the outer strings. This is not, no, And I even put the longer ones in the middle. So they should have said, like, at this point, your strings are gonna be like all over the place in length. But like, who would want to leave it like this? I don't know. Also, I feel like it kind of looked better before the finishing knots on the outside. I don't know if I pulled too tightly in some areas and then not tightly enough in others, but like some of the strings are overlapping and wanting to trade places. They're not like completely equidistant, and the ones in the center are just looking a little strange. Now all that's left to do though is color the strings and dip them and trim them and add the hanging cord to the top. So not too much left. We'll get to see it in its final form. I am cutting the strings prior to coloring them because it would be really difficult to try to just like do the ombre and then cut everything off and then it just be really lopsided and the colors not line up. You know, you get it. I know it blends into the carpet quite a bit, but this was just the easiest place for me to cut. Just lay it down right here, plop it down. Now I have the entire thing laid out with a piece of white printer paper under the ends, and I also tested all 6 marker colors on some of the scrap string that I had cut off. I'm gonna start at the ends with pink, but as you can see, it's gonna take a while to color this in, so I'm definitely not gonna show too much. With this little tiny tip here, of course it takes a lot longer, but also with all the frays, the little marker tip is actually ripping it apart more, like unraveling it. So you have to be extra careful to only swipe in one direction because if you go both ways, it's going to eat it up more. So you can't be rough with this. And as you can see, it's just a pain in the butt. Look at this. This is gonna take a while. Oh man. Coloring the strings with a fine tip marker is not enjoyable at all. 10 out of 10, no wait, 0 out of 10, do not recommend. 10 out of 10, get another marker with a wider tip like the brush tips. As you can see, I tried to go diagonal with the pink color. That's how they demonstrated on the box and in the directions. I'm gonna try the same with the purple. That's a lot easier. It's still really tricky to color the strings and like get it to flow easily. It's still kind of tearing up the cord and you have to go gentle, which is not easy even with the brush tip because that has a sharp end also that's really pointy. Yeah, this one's way easier. There we go. I just had to get a flow going. They definitely should have included all brush tip markers. I feel like they really did people a disservice by allowing the fine tip to be part of the process. I cannot put myself through another fine tip marker. It just took about 10 times longer to do the pink than the purple. I feel like this took like 2 minutes and this took over 10, but I feel like it could have taken 20. I didn't really time it, but we're just gonna say 10 times longer. So I'm using a Crayola Super Tips for the blue, the light blue, and that's going on pretty easily. Not bad. They're the same marker formula, so they're both water-based. It's not gonna make any difference other than ease of application. It is now flipped over and I'm going to do the entire process over again because the sides and the back of each string are obviously still blank, but I don't have a flamingo pink Super Tips marker, so the pink is going to be different. It's going to be a more warm pink, as you can see. The one on the front is more of a cooler, almost kind of purpley orchid, I don't know. But yeah, this is just how it's gonna be. I'm still not enjoying this though. It's just not the greatest process. The front was absolutely nothing compared to doing the sides and the back, because with the front I could kind of bulk color them and put them all side to side and do it really quickly. But with the sides and the back, it's easier to do them one at a time. So that means that instead of doing the 24 strings all at once, you have to separate them and do the 3 colors, which I'm only doing 3 colors, thankfully. But that means 72 times I have to do the same exact process, and it is a lot. All right, I'll be honest, yesterday I was kind of in a rushy mood. I just was not in the right mindset to feel relaxed while doing this. But today I've actually come back with a clear mind, and this is like somewhat enjoyable to just sit here and color little sections onto the string with a normal sized marker. I still would not be on board with doing the fine point, the pink. That was just ridiculous. But this is not bad. I might change my tune if I had to do more colors, but like I said, I'm gonna end at 3, and we are about to dip this in the water and see how the ombre takes place. Finally all done coloring, and I have the little hanging strings attached. Now before we get into the official dip, let's try this test piece and put that in the water first. I do have a glove on so I don't get marker all over my fingers, but I kind of already did that while coloring. Okay, what? It's not going it's not going in, it's floating. Come on. What's going on? Okay. Oh, there, no. They said to dip it. Okay, there we go. This is not gonna be good. All right, a little bit of marker is coming off, only on the blue. Wow. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. That's terrible. All the pink went away. I don't like this. Okay, I am very skeptical. There is no way they dipped the entire thing and got it to look like the front or the back of the box. It's so nicely color blocked and you can see every single color distinctly. I think maybe they used a spray bottle, possibly, or just pretended that they dipped it, because how? Here's what the test string ended up looking like after it dried completely. Definitely not thrilled about that. I'm gonna use a spray bottle to try to get a subtle ombre and not ruin the whole thing. Hopefully the pink will stay. It doesn't seem to be doing much, but let's leave it sit for a few minutes and then come back to it. I'd say the spray bottle is definitely the way to go, although I am not super thrilled about the purple creeping up so far here and also on this string. But I guess that's just part of the ombre game. You get a little bit of chance in there. The more water you put, the more it'll spread and the more the colors will fade. Also, on the flip side, this is the part that was facing downward onto the paper towel. This is a tiny bit lighter, so it's a little bit less saturated. So you kind of get two choices. If you want to see me test more craft kits, I'm going to link the entire playlist below and in the iCard in the corner. Don't forget to please subscribe and turn bell notifications on if you never want to miss out on a new video here. And also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! 12 if you notice me looking off in the distance, it's at the string dust.